Alright guys, and welcome to my review of the new Martin Scorsese film, Silence.
Ferrera is lost to us. He renounced God in public and surrendered the faith.
That's not possible. Father Ferrera risked his life to spread our faith all over Japan.
It seems to me that our mission here is more urgent than ever. We must go find Father Ferrera.
The moment you set foot in that country, you step into high danger.
Now this film has been a passion project for Martin Scorsese and he's been trying to get it made for around 20 years I think, so it was quite interesting to see if all that hard work had paid off. The film was both written and directed by Martin Scorsese and it stars Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver and Liam Neeson. So if you've not seen any of the trailers for this film and you want to get an idea of what the film's about, it's about two priests played by Adam Driver and Andrew Garfield. They go to Japan to locate their previous mentor and he's played by Liam Neeson. Now in Japan at the time, Buddhism was prominent and people in power sort of wanted to eradicate Christianity, just get it out of the country. So anyone who was Christian or helped Christians could be prosecuted and killed quite brutally in some of the scenes. So this led to some problems for Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver's character. It led to some really intense scenes and it made it a lot more engaging. So my first positive for this film are the performances given by Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver. Now Andrew Garfield gives the best performance I've ever seen from him. Obviously I've not watched Hacksaw Ridge yet, so I've not really got that to compare to, and a lot of people have said that is a better performance, but it's better than what I've seen from him in Amazing Spider-Man and The Social Network. Now a quick shout out to all the Japanese actors in this film. I won't know any of their names, but they all gave solid performances. Some of them were very, very convincing performances showing just how much they believe in the faith, and that was probably one of the best things about this film, just how good the performances were and how much they showed that they believed in Christianity and how far they'd go for their religion. Now another massive positive is how beautiful this film looked, how well it was shot. The cinematography was amazing and the directing done by Martin Scorsese was amazing. There's one specific scene, I'm not going to give it away, but if you watch the film, it's got something to do with the sea and crucifixes, that's all I'm going to say, but it was very intense, it was very well shot, and it was probably one of my favourite scenes of the film. It's definitely a scene I'll remember from the film and I'll remember long from now, so whenever I think of this film I'll probably think of that scene. Now another massive positive is the fact that it didn't hit you around the head saying Christianity is right, Buddhism is wrong, and it didn't do it the other way around either. It showed like the good points for both sides, the things that both sides are doing wrong, and that was a massive positive for the film, because I think when you try and undermine people and tell them what they need to believe, it sort of takes it away from the film and makes people enjoy it a lot less. And I know it would have made me enjoy it a lot less if they were telling me Christianity is right, Buddhism's wrong, or the other way around, so they did that really well. One thing to quickly say is if you're going into this film expecting a fast-paced action film, it is not that. It's really slow, it questions a lot of faith, and that's mainly, they're the main themes of the film, so don't go in expecting all guns blazing action with samurai swords and stuff like that. It's just not going to be that. Also, the film was really intense, it was really engaging up until towards the end of the film, which I'll get onto in my negatives, but you really felt for the characters, you were on the edge of your seat for a lot of the film, and a lot of the scenes were quite graphic, which was good and I wasn't expecting. Now if I do move on to my probably one negative of the film, and that's the fact that even though I enjoyed that it was slow and still engaging, towards the end it sort of fell off a bit. You stopped caring about the main character and you were sort of getting narration throughout the film from a character you didn't know at the end, which I didn't like. I think the last shot of the film sort of redeemed the last 20 minutes, which were a bit boring. But yeah, the ending sort of fell off for me and made me enjoy the film a lot less, and it's going to lower the grade quite a bit as well. Yeah, apart from the ending, I did really enjoy this film. I can't compare it to any of Martin Scorsese's other films. I've only watched like 3 or 4, so I can't say it's one of his best or one of his worst really. For me, it's probably in the middle of the ones that I've seen. It was really good, it was really intense as I've said, the performances were amazing, and if I had to give it a grade, which I'm going to, because that's the point of this review, you want to know what grade I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy it, but the ending sort of, I don't know, sort of put a sour taste in my mouth and made me enjoy it a lot less. If the ending was done better, it could have been a 9 out of 10. It could have even been a 10 out of 10 if the ending was better than the rest of the film, but it did fall off, and that's why I've given it an 8 out of 10, which is still a really positive score, a really high score, but it's not as good as it could have been, unfortunately. I would recommend going and watching this in the cinema, so if you do, let me know in the comments what you think of the film and if there's anything you thought the film differently that I didn't mention. Also, I recently did a review for La La Land. I'll leave that in the description and probably have like a little thing come up on the screen for that previous review, so if you're interested in that film, watch that review. spoiler alert, I really enjoyed it. One quick last thing is that I watched A Monster Calls on the same day that I watched Silence, so a review for that will be coming out within the next 2 or 3 days. That when this video comes out, I won't know exactly because I've got a lot of things to do, like work and college work and football and stuff like that. But yeah, look out for that review, watch it, let me know what you think of that film if you've watched it as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a like would be appreciated. Any feedback in the comments would also be appreciated. I always want to improve my videos and improve the way I do my reviews. If you're new and you enjoyed this video, I'm going to be bringing out more film reviews over the next few weeks, over the next year. Hopefully I'm going to get as many out as possible, so subscribe and you'll be able to get updated on when I upload more film reviews. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.